So this is the final episode of Amagi Brilliant Park. I'm gonna be honest here. This was not a final episode. Like, this did not feel like a final episode at all. This felt like a middle of the series type episode, or an OVA episode, or a special episode. That's exactly what this felt. So, to be honest with you, this episode, I'm not feeling finale. I'm not feeling it. Last week's episode was finale material. This week's episode was just there to be there. That's exactly what this episode was. So, yeah. So we might not actually ever get to find out if, you know, Latifah will get completely cured or not. But I don't know. So, anyways, with this episode, you have it to where the main focus is that the park, Amagi Brilliant Park, is trying to have a PV video to where they can, you know, show off to news, TV, and stuff like that. And so you have it to where the group tries to put together a promotional video to where they can show off their park. And for the most part, the video is very, like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. Did I really see a horse give birth in this anime? Like, I'm not joking. Like, I'm really debating. Did I really see that horse give birth in this episode? Like, what the fuck? Like, I've never seen that at all in an anime. Like, straight up, I have never seen a horse give birth in anime. And so, this is a new one. Just a straight up new one. I can add this and check this off of my list of things I have seen now from anime. A horse giving birth. Yeah. And this is the final episode of Amagi Brilliant Park. So, to be honest with you, this episode is okay. It's okay episode. I mean, it's funny getting to see the antics of the cast and, you know, all the characters pretty much come together and trying to figure out what they want to do. But for the most part, the episode doesn't really have any point whatsoever, even with the conclusion of last week's episode. So this episode is just there to be there. And honestly, I'm just gonna say, like, this episode is just an OVA or something, because that's exactly how it feels. So anyways, looking past this episode, let's actually talk about Amagi Brilliant Park. Amagi Brilliant Park, for a series-wise, it's been a very good ride. I mean, it hasn't been the most stellar, the most badass, or the most amazing series I have seen from this season. It's a good series, don't get me wrong. It's nothing so amazing that I can go out of my way and say, like, I 100% recommend this, you should watch this first, stuff like that. I'm not one of those type of people that would say that this, you know, series should be recommended first above everything. But it was a fun ride. Now, there was some moments in this series that just felt very, like, I guess, out of place. Like, I mean, there was a lot of episodic type episodes, which you could kind of expect from this series, but I mean, for the most part, I really wish that the overall plot of the series would have been handled a lot more, besides the last two episodes of the series. So, kind of disappointed that a lot of the plot was pretty much just cut out until the very end of the series. I mean, I wanted to see some more romance progression, too. That would have been really nice to see some romance progression between Sento and Kanye, to actually see the development between them. But we also did not get to see that. So, overall, Amagi Brilliant Park is an average series. It's nothing amazing, but it's good, nonetheless. If I honestly had to rate this series, I would give it probably a 7 or a 6 out of 10. One or the other, that's just average. This is straight up average. It was a good series. It was a little bit like average. And, yeah. Would I, you know, watch this series again if I knew what I knew now? Yeah, I would. I definitely would. I mean, I don't have any hatred towards this series. I love this series. It's a really good series. But, I mean, there's a lot of other things out there that could definitely be a lot better than this series. So, if you're looking for a new anime to watch, I would recommend try to find something else. This is not something I would go out of my way to say you should watch first above anything. So, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. This is going to conclude my series reviews on Amagi Brilliant Park. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.